So today we're gonna show you guys how to set up a hooch. So stuff like this, pretty important if you're going to camp or if you're just camping in general. The two knots that we're going to be utilizing are the bowline and the taut-line hitch. Beaumont. Come on, dude. All right, here we go. I really don't want to. I want to do something where there's a bunch of trees right next to each other. All right, so I couldn't really find a spot where there were a bunch of trees right next to each other, so I'm just gonna go ahead with this big open space. Hopefully good old Beaumont here doesn't freak out on anyone like he usually does, but you know, we'll see what happens. So I was gonna do that, but then I realized that my rope definitely is not long enough to be able to tie everything I want to. So I kind of like this right here. I'm trying to see what we can do with what we got. So right here I got my tarp. So first knot that we're going to be utilizing for this is the bowline. So simply, you're just going to find a tree and you're just going to tie a bowline. Okay, I have a video showing how to do this. Pretty simple. It's a pretty good anchor knot, right? And that's what the bowline is serving. All right, our next thing that we're going to do is that we're going to do something called a taut-line hitch. All right, so the taut-line hitch, you can see I'm wrapping it around the tree. This dude is just crazy. Okay, and as you can see, I'm kind of like hugging it, so like I'm tightening it, right? Bam, like that. I'm gonna overlap, right? I'm gonna go 1, I'm gonna go 2. Okay, so now you can see I have 2 loops on that, right? And I'm gonna come back over right here, right? I'm gonna go back through. So at the end, your taut-line hitch should look something like this. Okay, try and get it. It'd be like that. The beauty of the taut-line hitch, guys, is that you can tie it. So like, so I can tie it. Bam, bam. As you can see, the bowline is just serving as that anchor knot right over there. Another beauty of knowing knots is that you can tie up your dog so he can't run away from you anymore. All right, so this is a little too tall for me, so I'm just gonna move it down just a little bit. You know, whenever you're camping in the Army in general, you may not always have your warfighter tent, right? It's too easy. Yeah. You're like, what happened? All right. So as you guys can see, we are already getting the beginnings of what looks like a little tent. So through the rest of this process, right, I'm just going to basically just repeat the same process. So we can see I have a hole right here. Oh man, may not be charred enough. We always come prepared. So I'm just gonna cut this end off right here. That's one thing about Gerbers, guys, is that like for some reason I like personally I'm more of a Leatherman person. Just personally kind of prefer Leatherman. All right, there we go. I'm just gonna throw that down there for now. But now I should be able, if I'm lucky enough to get that through. Yep. Now all I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna tie a bowline again, right? And as you can see, right, I'm pulling. I'm starting to get that leverage I want. Again, like your actual like tarps, right, are much bigger than this. This may look big, but I promise you it's not. So again, we're gonna do our taut-line hitch right here. So boom, right, we have our taut-line hitch right here, and all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tighten it. As you can see, we tighten it, we tighten it, we tighten it, and bam, that corner is just coming up, right? So you can loosen it too if you want it down lower, but personally, I like it like that. And the beautiful thing about this, guys, is that if anyone comes in the middle of the night, just in general, right, and they hit it, or like they try and walk through it, like bam, right, guys, it will not come undone. So I kind of realized I did this out of order. So I'm actually realized that, dude, come on, I see you. I'm actually just going to run it through these ends right here. So, and then I'm going to take this actual line, I'm going to run it through the holes. I think that'd be a much better example of what I wanted to do for you guys. I just use all four corners, and so, you know, like the tarp was actually just like completely like laid out, like flat but suspended in the air. That just gave me a lot of coverage, but doing this little slant thing right here is a great alternative as well. You know, you find better ways of doing things, I guess. Part of the learning process. All right, so here we have this. All right, so here we go. We're gonna get back to our taut line here. Here we have our taut line, right? You can see me tightening it. You can see that's tightened, right? Or maybe just a little bit, the line's a little bit long, but you know, that's all right. And bam. As you guys can see, you guys have a nicely laid out tarp, but with one little twink. So as we can see right here, I did not actually like run these holes right here through this line up here. So as you can see right here, I'm just gonna undo the taut line. Go right here, I'm gonna go through this hole right here. I'm gonna go up to go through this hole right here as well. I'm gonna go through this next one. All right. And as we showed before, we're gonna wrap this sucker around, get it up. We can get it spread out here along our line. Kind of a nice thing with this is that since it's actually like going through the holes, guys, is that we can place this along any part of the tarp that we want. So I'm going 1, 2, and then I'm going back up 3, right? So I got my taut line hitch, and I can tighten this thing however much I want, and bam, right? As you guys can see, it's a little congested in this area. That's why it doesn't look like as great. You know, like if this branch was moved out of the way right here, you know, you'd actually have some space. But just looking underneath here, right, this may not look like a lot to you, but it is, and this is probably as comfortable as it's going to get just out in the field down at CST. This will provide you a substantial amount of room to rest. This is plenty of room for you guys to put down your rucks. Now we gotta get this guy. This guy's been crazy since he was a little baby. Hey! Mom's gonna kill me. Okay, here we go. All right, there we go. You're free. All right, now he's gonna go do Beaumont things. I know we're leaving. Come on. Oh, he didn't react to that.